Yes, I did.
Because you thought he was snooping around and asking questions and
Right,
behaving in a jealous way?
Right.
What offended you about that?
He actually threatened me by trying to punch me, and he dented his truck.
Did you try to punch her?
I did not try to punch her.
Well, why did you punch your truck?
At that point, I had been dealing with so much negativity coming.
Take a look.
I started dating Greg the summer before my junior year of college. We actually met each other on Facebook. He made me feel really special. When I came back to school in the fall, Greg was becoming insecure.
When Malia went back to college, she was a totally different person. She wasn't talking as much. She got kind of distant.
He would text me again and again saying, "Who are you with? What are you doing?" Greg would call or text my sorority girlfriends. He looked through my text messages and my Facebook. Greg drove me nuts.
When Malia came home for the holiday weekend, she was acting really weird with her cell phone. So I took it and read a text message that she had just got from a guy.
He instantly thought that I was cheating. Greg and I got into a heated argument. A few days later, I broke up with Greg.
It was out of the blue. I didn't expect it.
2 weeks after I broke up with Greg, I found out that I was pregnant. Greg did not step up during my pregnancy. The only thing that I got were text messages. I did not feel like Greg was concerned about what I was going through.
From the very beginning, I've been 100% supportive, but Malia has pushed me away.
Greg showed up to the first doctor's appointment. He just really made me feel uncomfortable, like my pregnancy wasn't special at all. Our second doctor's appointment, he showed up and I wasn't okay with him coming.
She told me to leave, or she was gonna call the cops. After that, I was left in the dark.
4 months into my pregnancy, I found out that Greg went to Mexico, spending money and not even trying to financially support me.
He let her ride out the storm all by herself. For a young man to put his interests in anything other than his son, this is ridiculous.
When I was 6 months pregnant, I found out that Greg had a girlfriend. That made me livid. I don't think it's right for him to have a girlfriend and not do anything father-wise. It made me irritated and really made me mad.
Well, Malia's ex-boyfriend, Greg, says he wants to be involved in his son's life, but he says Malia is making that nearly impossible because she is so aggressive and controlling.
My son was born on May 11th, 2011. That night, I decided to call Greg and tell him the news that his son's born.
I didn't even get a chance to see the birth of my son. I felt very cheated at that moment, and I don't think to her it was a big deal, but it was.
And then, this is a new one on me. You broke up with him on Facebook. Here's what you said. This
Yes,
is your Facebook breakup message. You say, Greg, you and I are done. I do not want you to be part of my life any longer. You were right about one thing. You are not good enough for me. And you will never, ever be good enough for me. From now on, I do not want you to love me ever again, be attached to me, want to marry me, listen to the CD I mixed for you, look at anybody's Facebook wall with my name somewhere on their wall, have any memory of me, wipe your memory clean. I am finished with you. I am done. All caps, exclamation point. Is that how it's done now?
Yeah, and this is the only way that I could really get through to him because he was like, baby, you can't leave me, baby. I really need you here, and blah, blah, blah. And I really, honestly, I didn't feel comfortable enough going to him personally because I felt threatened the time that he came to me in the middle of a parking lot in the middle of nowhere and getting in my face and pretty much spitting words at me. Like,
this is
sorry.
interesting to me. Don't like what I'm hearing? I'll just send him a Facebook breakup.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, then 2 weeks later, Malia found out that she was pregnant and blah, blah, blah. Well, we've been talking with Malia, a college student who discovered that she was pregnant with what she says is her boyfriend Greg's baby after she broke up with him. So she breaks up. 2 weeks later, she finds out she's pregnant, but they've broken up. Now, during that pregnancy, Greg moved on. He started dating another girl, Alex. Now, Malia admits that this made her livid. Even though she's broken up with him, it still makes her livid that he moved on and got involved with this girl. Take a look.
From day one, Greg told me that he was going to have a baby. I believed strongly in second chances, and I wasn't going to shut him out just because of something that he did or a mistake that had happened.
Hearing Alex say those things really made me happy to know that somebody was actually there for me.
At first, I wasn't hurt at all when Greg moved on because I didn't want anything to do with him. However, as soon as Jaden was born, it kind of put a pit in my heart.
1 minute she says, I'm so excited to have you in my life, and the next is not talking to him for months on end.
I don't think that Greg should be focused on another woman because I'm not focused on another man.
Malia is making things very difficult for Greg, and there's no meeting halfway. Greg goes out and buys diapers and buys clothes and buys cribs and strollers, and then when Malia says, I changed my mind, I don't want you involved, he goes and returns it. He breaks his heart every single time it happens.
She doesn't have a ring on her finger, so I would really like Alex to just stay out of the situation.
I think that Malia wants to get back together with Greg. I think her parents want them to be together, and I think that she is bitter that this isn't the life that she intended.
And Alex ran into Malia and her family at the annual hometown barbecue. It just started out uncomfortable and went downhill from there. Take a look.
I went to a barbecue with my family, and I bumped into Greg and his girlfriend.
The situation was very tense.
I haven't seen Greg for 2 months, and I meet his girlfriend that night.
When we bumped into Malia, her dad asked, hey, do you want to hold your son? I say, of course. And I go up to him, and he wouldn't hand me Jaden.
His girlfriend's looking at me as if I shouldn't be there.
She had an opinion on me before even speaking to me. Malia told me that I needed to step away to let Greg be a part of that baby's life.
It just all went downhill from there.
My dad got angry because Greg was being cocky and showing off in front of his girlfriend.
My husband has this burning anger, and here you've got this other girl.
Next thing I know, my dad says the A word to him, and then Greg got in my dad's face.
I was really concerned that Greg was going to start shaking a finger in my husband's face. All of a sudden, there goes the finger, and then there went my husband.
My dad pushed him really hard.
He didn't just push me once, he pushed me 5 or 6 times.
His shoes flew, his glasses flew.
I was trying to back off, but as I was walking backwards, he kept walking forward. It was a very physical attack.
It was very intense, and I kept thinking, can I just run?
This situation just pushed me even farther away from Malia and Jaden.
Well, that doesn't sound like it turned out very well.
He's a very angry person towards me. He doesn't like me one bit, and
You
I
did
can
get his
understand
daughter
why.
pregnant, I mean-
Yeah, I got
haven't talked to him
his
for 2
daughter
months.
pregnant.
Well, you stole her.
I stole her.
You stole her. She was a gift he was supposed to give to you. When you said that you wanted to marry her and that you were in love with her, and you didn't wait to open the gift when we gave it to you, you just discarded it.
I discarded it, okay. She discarded me.
Really?
First of all. Yeah, we made
I
the
remember
mistake.
when you tried to get back together again, and I remember when you went to counseling together.
Yeah, we
Don't
did.
tell me that it was all on Malia.
So if I discarded her, why was I trying to go into a therapist and try to fix things? Why was I doing that?
I don't know. And I
don't
also know that when you don't mock me. I also understand that when you came out of therapy, inside of therapy, you were quite good to get along together. But the minute you're out, you're questioning her and dogging her and in her face and have her really upset. And she's wondering, why did we even go in there?
I don't think you...
At a barbecue when he was 2 months, and with his girlfriend and everything like that.
But you have a higher duty here. Let me tell you, the most important person in your son's life is his father. The same-sex role model is so critical in how a young man grows up. And if you're out here playing games, kind of games that you maybe played in the lunchroom in high school, they're not appropriate anymore to the life. It's not just you that gets affected by this, it's the child. And you keep talking about, well, she wouldn't let me do this, she wouldn't let me do that. Let me tell you something, when you become a father, that is not a right assigned to you by the mother. That is not a right assigned to you by the parents. That is a God-given role, and there is no window to which you go to resign. You don't need someone's permission. Your job with a son is to step up and be a father. You man up and you do what you have to do. You pay child support, you contribute to the child, you go to the doctor's appointments, you do all of the things you need to do. You made the decision to have unprotected sex. You two did this together. You got pregnant. She didn't get pregnant. Y'all got pregnant. And now you are parents collectively. And parent is not a noun. It is also a verb, to parent. And that means you've got to be involved in this young man's life, and you don't wait for somebody's permission to do that. You get busy and create it. You will support him having a relationship with his son.
Of course.
And it doesn't help you that you get into an instantaneous catfight with the mother of this child.
I don't like being.
But it isn't about you right
I
now.
know. Well,
it's not about
exactly.
you. I mean, that's the whole
I know
thing.
it's
It's
not
not
about
about
me.
your feelings or yours, but they do have a child between them, and that is unfinished business.
Well, I'll say one thing though. When she says I'm not trying, I am trying. For a good example of this is like 2 weeks ago, and then when did I bring you stuff to the hospital? And you didn't even tell your dad I came to the hospital. You haven't even told your dad that we've been talking.
I told my dad that you came to the
Yes,
hospital.
well, I was there when she
Well,
told him.
boy, I apparently did a crummy job of explaining that we need to put the bickering and the game playing aside. You want to be right or you want to be happy? You want to be right or you want to be a father?
I made it very clear to her, when you're carrying a child, you can't have all added stress. And what you saw right here is what he would do to her constantly.
Okay, but now listen, your daughter is not a victim here.
I did not say she was a victim.
Well, but it's not all her, it's the two of them.
No, when
They're
I'm saying,
very immature. Both of them are very immature.
I'll give it that. But what I'm saying is, we were hoping for someone to come along, and it looks like, hopefully this is you, that we can do it and get away from this bickering, because it isn't good for Jaden and it's not good for them.
You are so incredibly prejudiced in favor of your daughter, and I wouldn't think much of you if you weren't. I want you to have your daughter's back, but having her back is not always defending the indefensible. It's not always supporting the insupportable. Having her back may be sitting down with her and saying, listen, young lady, you need to stop playing games here. You have a higher calling for this young child, and you two need to start saying what you mean and meaning what you say. I mean, come on, we're not in high school anymore. We've moved on to parent world now. You got to put your mommy pants on. Let me tell you, if you don't support his relationship with that child will grow up and resent you for that, because they will say, how come my daddy wasn't involved in my life? And if your answer is, well, he's not involved in your life because he pissed me off and went to Mexico with another girl. That's not much of an answer, Malia. That's not much of an answer. So I want you to think about that. Well, Paige is a teen mom who